With the NBA offseason stalled by the Jonathan Kuminga saga, a bold new trade proposal has emerged, offering a radical solution that could reshape both the Golden State Warriors and the Brooklyn Nets. The idea involves a swap of restricted free agents, sending the Warriors' disgruntled star to the Eastern Conference in exchange for one of the league's most dynamic scorers. The proposed sign-and trade breaks down as follows. Golden State Warriors receive Cam Thomas on a new contract of roughly 3 years, $66 million. Brooklyn Nets receive Jonathan Kuminga on a new contract of roughly 3 years, $75 million, and Buddy Hield. Due to salary matching rules, a direct swap of Kuminga for Thomas wouldn't be possible. The inclusion of Buddy Hield in the deal is necessary to make the salaries work, making the trade viable for both teams. The logic for the Warriors is clear and bold. Solve the Kuminga problem while adding an elite offensive weapon to play alongside Stephen Curry. Cam Thomas is a pure, explosive scorer, averaging 22.9 points per game over the last 2 seasons. He would instantly become the team's second offensive option, providing the shot creation and scoring punch the team lacked last season. However, the trade represents a significant gamble and a philosophical shift for Golden State. Thomas is a largely one-dimensional player, a pure scorer with notable deficiencies in defense and playmaking. His integration into Steve Kerr's system of ball movement and team defense would be a considerable challenge. Furthermore, the Warriors would be giving up the athletic ceiling and defensive potential of Kuminga, plus the elite floor spacing that Buddy Hield provides. For the Nets, this deal is a strategic win. They acquired Jonathan Kuminga, a player with a much higher star potential and a more well-rounded skill set than Thomas. Kuminga could become the centerpiece of Brooklyn's rebuild. Additionally, they add Hield's elite shooting to space the floor for their other young talent. This leaves the Warriors front office with a fundamental question. Does the need for a dynamic second scorer outweigh the fit risks and defensive losses? The question for the Warriors is whether Thomas's pure scoring ability is more valuable than Kuminga's athletic and defensive potential, combined with Hield's seamless fit. Let us know your take in the comments. Ultimately, this trade proposal forces the Warriors to choose an identity. They can gamble on high-volume offensive firepower or continue to build around versatile, two-way players. The decision they make will not only resolve the Kuminga saga, but will also define the team's trajectory in their quest for another championship. The ongoing stalemate between the Golden State Warriors and restricted free agent Jonathan Kuminga has been one of the offseason's most stubborn storylines. With Kuminga reportedly seeking a contract in the $30 million range and a fresh start away from the Bay Area, the Warriors have been actively seeking a sign-and-trade partner. Now, a new report reveals a trade that could have been a deal centered around a surprising target for Golden State, Lonzo Ball. The Chicago Bulls have long been identified as a primary suitor for Kuminga, and according to reports, it's the destination his camp is actively pushing for. The framework of sign-and-trade has been the obvious path forward. However, the sticking point has been the return package for Golden State. While a player like Ayo Dosunmu has been mentioned, the Warriors were apparently eyeing a bigger prize. According to NBA insider Jake Fisher, the Warriors' interest in Lonzo Ball could have been a key to unlocking a deal. I know Kuminga's representation was trying to work out a sign-and-trade scenario that would have gotten both Josh Giddey and Jonathan Kuminga paid in Chicago, Fisher reported. I think that would have been more likely if the Bulls had waited and sent Lonzo Ball back to Golden State. I think that's something Golden State would have liked. But that perfect fit trade is now impossible. The Bulls traded Lonzo Ball to the Cleveland Cavaliers in exchange for Isaac Okoro. That move, while beneficial for Chicago's own rebuilding plans, effectively slammed the door on what might have been the smoothest resolution to the Kuminga situation for the Warriors. For Golden State, acquiring a high IQ, defensive-minded playmaker like Ball would have been an ideal return for developing talent like Kuminga. For Chicago, landing Kuminga would have given them the high-upside young forward they currently lack. The pieces, it seems, were there for a mutually beneficial deal. Now, the Warriors are left in a difficult position. As reported by Clutch Point's Brett Siegel, the impasse remains. Kuminga's camp want a big deal in the $30 million plus range and does not want me back with the Warriors. Golden State want a small deal in the $20 million range where they can trade him because there is no market. Backslash is a classic case of what might have been. A clean, logical solution to the Warriors' Kuminga problem existed, only to be dismantled by a separate transaction. Now, the front office is left to pick up the pieces and search for a new, and likely less appealing, trade partner as the list of potential suitors continues to shrink.